Morning, guys. Welcome to Words from a Friend podcast. I'm your host, Marty Curie, and this is the podcast that follows my book, Words from a Friend, a daily guide to a purposeful life. It's available at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. We're on a 365-day inner journey, so happy and grateful to have you along. We are on day 136 of that journey. And today's message, once again, was broken up into 2 days. So 136 and 137 will be 136. Silence is golden. Silence is golden. Man alive, I can't recommend it enough. Can't recommend it enough. That's how you get to know yourself. That's how you get to know your true self, is being able to be silent, see what's in there, see what you're hoarding in that old garage of dreams and wounds and all that other stuff that's in there. Goes like this: silence is golden. We have become addicted to noise wherever we are in our day. From the time we wake up to the radio, the alarm, then the TV while we get ready, then to the car radio with incessant commercials, music, and talk, and then to work with all the goings on of the day, then back in the car to go home, TV at dinner, TV after dinner, and bedtime. Sound like you? Sounds like most of us, really. That's the world we live in, right? Constant information overload. We're addicted to it. A noise, lots of that noise. And no wonder we're all buzzing low. It affects us. We are electricity itself, and all that stuff coming at us, all those waves. It's just like, brrr. No wonder it's so heavy here. No wonder it feels so heavy here. All of those waves of people trying to influence us and get our attention, because our attention is worth money. Our attention is worth money. And we all get into these groups and these things, and everybody's making money on our separation and pain and suffering and opinions. So we just need to come back to the truth so we can end the incessant noise within. The incessant noise within continues until we decide as ourselves, as the captain of this ship, to take charge of what's going on our ship rather than worrying what's going on in everybody else's ship. That's what they want us to do. Keep our attention focused outward. Because when we look inward and we have the time and we give ourselves that special time, man, we really find out the truth of who we are and what we no longer want to hold on to, no longer want to be. And better yet, set new goals and aspirations for yourself to where you want to move more peacefully. Peace, tranquility for a change. How about some of that? How about giving yourself some of that? That's, it's like a treat in this noise addicted world. All right. The only time we get any silence is when we sleep. And many of us leave the TV on during this time as well. I used to be one of them. The problem with all this noise and distraction in our lives is that it never allows us to cultivate and know the place of inner peace and stillness that we really are. This nervous system of ours. Believe me, that's why I wrote the book. My nervous system, anxiety, depression, just buzzing low and taking on the energy of others as if it's my own, people pleasing, all of the stuff that you give away unknowingly to fear and ego. Well, it just that's what depresses us all, is leaky buckets of energy in our own way, and where we're giving it to, where we're giving our attention to. When we pull our power back to ourselves and we focus on what's most important, like we talked about yesterday. You got new glasses on. You got glasses that can see. You can see for a change. So this is what we're moving towards. Any life of power and excellence must have and know this place. Without it, our minds are like a constant hum of noise, nervousness, anxiety, and whatever energy of the moment is consuming us because we're consuming it. We've aligned with it, right? So we have to detach. We have to detach from that, plug into a new frequency that actually is us, the real frequency of us, the higher frequency of who we really are, the being of what we call the human being. All right. We guide our human by this being. That is when we find true life and true appreciation for thyself and for everybody else. That's when we find the knowing that we are all one family, and that unity consciousness. That's been what separated us forever. They don't want us in unity. Nobody wants us in unity. There's no money to be made in the war machines and all that other garbage. all the garbage of what we see out there. It's like, yeah, we've taken it on as normal, but what we've made normal has to go. What we've made normal in fear, what we've created in fear has to go. All right. We're no longer creating from fear. In the new world, we don't create from that. We create from the unity consciousness and treating each other as we want to be treated. And knowing that place within, that's the place that you give from. That's the cup. That's the holy grail of the spillover. The spillover. You fill that cup by not draining your energy in places that you no longer belong or no longer serve you. You bring it on home and you serve yourself a beautiful filled cup of God's love. And then you start doing things from that standpoint. What would I love to do more than this? And why am I not searching for that? Why am I not looking for that? Why am I not expressing the talents that I know I have inside? I know I have to pay the bills, but I can start this on the side and I can see it grow and I can plant a new seed and I can do whatever the heck I want when I decide to live that way. Not without consideration for others, with full consideration, but knowing that you are the project. And unless you work on yourself and you improve yourself, well, what are you here for? That's what you're here for. You're here to grow, really. That's what your true purpose is here to grow that beautiful light of yours and spread that around this place because it's what's most needed. All right. So when you make that as part of your everyday plan, as the foundation of it, really, can't get it wrong. Even when you fall off, you make mistakes, you know what to do in that space. You know how to apologize. It's not hard for you to apologize there because true character lives in namaste. I see the truth in you that is also within me. We're really brothers and sisters. And if we can get past the bullshit, that's what I prefer. That's what I prefer. So know that I'm coming in peace. Here's my branch. And if I break that in some way, then I want to repair it. And if it can't be repaired, then I bless the situation and move on with the lesson. All right. That's how you move with love. That's how you move with it. You're going to make mistakes along the way, but love repairs those in one way or another. That's what repairs it. That's what we grow from. It sheds a new light on the mistake we made and say, okay, now here's how you correct that. Here's how you improve from that. And here's how you grow from that. Okay. Knowing inner peace is the holy grail of living. With it, you can easily make right choices, change bad thoughts to good, and live in the moment and be present with all you do and create meaningful relationships without ego presence. And it's the ground zero from which we need to move forward. The ground zero is just truth. Doing your best to live in that as your vessel. I live in the house of truth. It's what I love. It's what I live for. It's what I serve. And it's what I seek. It's what I seek. And so once you're grounded in that, you have much to give. All right. Cultivating inner peace is done from a daily practice of silence. We have the opportunity to do this in many, many times during the day when we are mindful and we make it a priority. We can take these little breaks for ourselves and just even 1 minute when you're in a hectic day, do some breath work in that 1 minute. Deep breaths, letting that go. Feel that silence. Feel it? Calming, isn't it? Now you know you can do it yourself. That's how we do it. We turn down the volume in ourselves. We get calm. We get centered. And from this standpoint, thoughts come through without friction, without resistance. The good thoughts that you're seeking, they're already there. You've already asked for them. Help me find the way. You ask that. You ask Spirit for that way. Ask it right out to the ether. It's pure potential, the space we see outside of us. It has all the answers. And that's what resonates here. It's like a walkie-talkie in here to the universe. It's like, shh, universe, what do I do here? Shh, wait for the answer and calm down. That's really it. We become calm and centered, and clarity comes. Clarity, spiritual clarity. We hear the messages meant just for us. Just for us. It's like asking AI, only the eternal is far more powerful than AI. The eternal has, every experience from galaxies that it created, that love created. You know, this is just one planet and one galaxy that we're coming to visit for a little while, learn our chops, test our chops, return home with hopefully a bag of gold sifted out from the pain and suffering that we do have to endure here sometimes, you know, not sometimes, a lot, but it is part of that. So just know that you are everything you need. You already are everything you need. That resilience and that power and that strength is already given to you as that cup of light. All right. When you embody that truth, it just gets stronger. It just gets stronger. There's nothing you have to do but just be consistent in that knowing. And soon an embodiment takes over and you walk in it and you're able to give better from it. Okay. You're able to share that calm when people are scrambled, when they have scrambled egg mind. You can come in and say, all right, oh boy, do I know this one. Here's how we do it. All right. Take a deep breath with me, buddy. And we're going to have a better day starting right now. And you decide, and you kick the ego out, whatever that thing, that problem was. You start resting in it for a little while. And then the answer comes and you're like, oh, Jesus, what a chucklehead I was. I was way out of myself. And oh, man. But listen, that's part of being human. So it can happen. It's just, where do you go from there? You go back home, constantly going back home, You fall off the train, you come back home. Fall off the path, you come back home. God always says, I'm right here. I'm right here. You know, this is us. This is you. Okay. And this is a place where mistakes are made. It's expected. It's already baked in. All those stupid things we do, they're already baked in. God already knows we're going to do them before we know we're going to do them. It's part of our path. But you come out of that and say, all right, I want better. I want more. I want more light in my life because it's been so dark and it's been so depressing and slow moving. And I feel stuck in Yuckville and I want to get on the train of light. And that's what God always says. Just come home. Just come home. I'm right here. You're it. You're me. And I created you to be you as me in a different, uniform and purpose. But you are me. You are a cup of me. That's what God says to you. Okay? Never forget that. That's the most important thing, is knowing and living from it. Okay, so we're going to skip that CTA because we're going to go to the next page as a continuation. After a solid week of 5 minutes a day in the practice of silence, you'll see a difference emerging in yourself. This 1 week can turn into 2, 3, and then into a new habit. Because we can change. We have neuroplasticity. We can create a whole new mindset. The mind is a very powerful thing. When we learn to master it and work for us, well, that's the alignment. You align your mind with your heart. The heart and the mind becomes the heart mind together. The heart mind. And the heart is a completely great way of traveling this journey. A masterful way. Masterful. And you can be the master of that. You and God co-creating, walking together, and being joyful and knowing that you're way more than you thought you were. And you can create so many beautiful things for this world. And, share those so others see it in themselves and they start creating beautiful things in this world. That's what we're here for, guys. This will become the path for you to follow, and it is sure to expand with your higher level of positive energy, a kickstart to a much more fulfilling life. Silence is where you feel the guidance and the voice of the divine within. The noise we fill our day with must be released, or it will be like a heavy backpack of mental chaos, one you've unwittingly gotten used to, gotten comfortable in. It's a certain level of comfort in the noise. Oh, man. When you get used to the silence or just the sounds of nature, after a while, you just say, oh, I prefer it. Of course, it feels more natural to me because you are nature. You're a piece of nature, a piece of everything that is in nature. You're the same thing. So we connect with that on that level. We connect with it on that level and just sit in it and appreciate it. And it appreciates us back and gives us answers that we seek in that open space. because our mind can be closed to things like that and go, what are you kidding me? What's this tree hugging numbskull talking about? Yeah, hey, listen, I used to say those words. What's this tree hugging numbskull? Let me tell you something. Those trees have more wisdom than we ever will. They just sit there and being calm and centered and knowing the seasons. They go, they come back. They just have a natural pattern of knowing, right? Just like animals and pets. They don't ask for anything other than our love. They're just pure unconditional love, right? So that's moving back to the garden. It really is. So when we can do that a little more every day, we just feel better. We feel better about our purpose and our course and our path in life because we know we're walking with the divine. We all have soaked up way too much noise, and we may not see the damage it causes in our thought life, relationships, and to self and others, and a vibration that attracts to us less than we are capable of drawing from this life-giving force within us and all around us. Life force is what's animating us. That life force is eternal love energy. All can be released through daily silence and higher contemplation. You let go in that silence as well. You get down to that still pond in there. I'm not saying there's not noise there in the beginning. There's lots of noise. But after a while, the noise just goes, oh, well, he's serious about this shit. So let's just, we're going to just go ahead, go along with what he wants because he's given us a command. This is the time to be silent. Your body gets used to it. It says, oh, great, this is that time. Oh, great, this is that vacation from all the noise. And then it becomes a gift to you. And that gift expands, but it doesn't just expand in giving you the gift of that moment, that presence, but it also allows the letting go of things that you realize were just foolhardy and indulging in your ego. And that's when we can come back and go, oh, I was just not my best self there. So I'm going to forgive myself. And if I have to make amends, I will do that. Otherwise, I'm taking the lesson in there, plugged it in, moving forward so that we keep that growth in us and we do better next time. Better next time. It's really it. Okay? It's not that complicated. Love just seeks to grow. And when love grows, the darkness fades. One replaces the other. You turn the light switch on in a dark room. Where'd the darkness go? It fleed. It fleed from the light. So never forget, the darkness will flee from you when you remember who you are. We must give ourselves this gift, or the world will keep you stuck and asleep in this noisy mind. It's theirs. It's not yours. It's the world's. It's not yours. You need to control that mindset, or it will control you. And thus, the world, whatever narrative that your mind will attach to for that day is, that's how I feel. And it takes you off on this stupid journey, of separation, rather than just daily remembrance. That just stay in the lane, baby. Stay in that cool, neutral. Everything's neutral unless you make it one way or the other, right? Unless you make it one way or the other. Well, make it one way that serves. That's a good way, isn't it? Okay. This one practice will change your life and help you to know a new place of calm and inner peace. Yeah, that's the heaven within. That calm, centered space is the heaven within. And it has all the answers for you. This new place will help you in every area of your life. That I assure you. It has helped me in every area of my life. Okay, so I'm going to read both CTAs today. Choose this time of silence in your car, even. I always say moving meditation is great. Radio off, present, beautiful day or rainy day, doesn't matter. Quiet, silence. Let the silence speak. Silence has much to say after you get to know it. After you get to know it. No, I'm not delusional. No, it's there. It's there. Or we would never be growing. Or we would never grow. Begin to contemplate all the good things that you have in your life. Your kids, your spouse, an upcoming vacation, whatever you're grateful for is that time to think about it and revel in some gratitude for all you have. You'll be connecting to your power and that heavenly power that you already are. You'll be connecting to it. The other CTA was today, start this challenge, give yourself a week, give yourself a day, but always remember, we can breathe ourselves back into presence and back into who we are. And when you learn to calm yourself that way, the world has less of a grip on you. It really does. You take charge of your world and you wield that positive energy. you're going to leave a great mark in the world. One that you're going to leave behind for your kids, for them to leave their own version of that. And I know you're out there doing that yourself. So much love and light and Godspeed in whatever you're creating on that light side of the world, because we need it. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Much love and light, and we'll see you tomorrow.